YouTube? I'm back. It's Jay from YT. First thing first, like, comment, and subscribe. We need to get my subscribers up to 2K before February. So share my post because we going in on the S. And I got a Harley that I need to show y'all. That it's pressure. I'm bringing pressure to 2022. My stunt Sundays, I'm coming out. My nigga probably gonna be driving this. I'm probably gonna be on the bike. But it's story time. How this 96 Impala has set for 5 years. So when I was a freshman in high school, I was going to Cecina. It's a Catholic school. My dad had a 9.8. He had that 9.8. It was red at the time with a white top. It was in the shop, getting all the work done to it. And he had this. So one day, like a Catholic school, you know, they don't got school buses. So your parents got to drop you off and pick you up. So my mom dropped me off and my dad was picking me up. So there was a 3-level school, but the school was so small, you could hear all the cars outside. They had a loud exhaust. So it's a car that pull up. It sounds like it's a truck, but I'm so into old schools at a young age, I kind of know, like, oh damn, that's an old school rolling by with some Flowmasters on it or a straight pipe. So I come outside, it's my dad and this. He had 2 15s, HCCAs in here. I'm talking about they hit so hard. While he was taking me home, I didn't want to get out. So he had this, and he had Flowmaster 40s on here, which I think are still on here. And he still got the cats on here, but there's no resonator, and it's square tips. And I love square tips on old schools. Like any old school, from a Cadillac to a 9.8 to a 78 Deuce, I'm putting square tips. This is something that I love. So he picked me up in this. So after he picked me up, the school was on like 16th and Emirates, and I stayed on 79th and Hardcourt. It's about a 30-minute ride streetway. You know, when you're in the old school, you're taking the streetway. Even if you can't get on the highway, you won't be seen, you won't take the long route, you won't beat the whole way. So he dropped me off. Like my dad used to watch me walk in the house. I opened the blinds, see him pull away. These pipes sound so good when I was young, I swear to God. So he ends up, I never seen a car again. I mean, I seen it, but I never rode in it again. He ends up taking a car, or he ends up selling the car to my Uncle Monster, who took it and set it in his garage. He's gonna change it into an actual track car. He took the transmission out, he's about to take the motor, I was about to put racing buckets in here. My Uncle Monster did nothing with it. He ended up catching a case, so my dad ended up taking a car back to bail him out. My dad sent the car to Choose, which I dropped a picture in right here. I'm gonna drop the picture. My dad ended up taking the car to Choose garage, which they were supposed to put the trans back in and tune it up and make it, you know, what Choose do. Choose what they touch on everything. So years go by, my dad ended up getting a 94 after this. That's column shift, that's not stick. This is a stick, 96. It's a stick in the floor. I always remember that. The 96 had a stick in the floor. And also, the 94 has the triangle right here. Like this is, you can cut this piece out or you can take this piece off instead of it being one. So my pops ended up getting a 94 and some 24-inch IROCs. That car was cool. It was black and gray IROCs, but I always like a 96 because it's stick in the floor. Like that's the first thing they ask, is it stick in the floor? Where you got a stick in the floor? Yes, I have a stick in the floor, I promise y'all. I got a stick in the floor. I'm gonna show you after this. But so recently, about the past 2 years, I've been hosting Stunt Sundays either on MLK, Riverside, Indianapolis, Indiana. Come out, 2022 is going down. Stunt Sundays, those are mine, Jay from YT on Instagram. You'll see that I was hosting them. So my pops was out there one day, we all sitting there drinking Bel Air, we chilling. My pops like, man, I still got that S at Choose. I hear him over talking to one of my uncles. I'm like, you still got that S? He like, yeah, that Berkeley one I picked you up in before and then I gave it to Monster. I'm like, shit, Pops, I'm grabbing that. Like, my dude that tow truck's the next one, I'm like, bro, go get my car, bro. He never went to go get it because I was playing. We had just got the house. We didn't have this house yet. And I didn't want to take it to where we stayed at, leave it outside because they don't have a transmission. Like, I wanted to work on this myself or have somebody come to the house and work on it because my mechanic can come to your house, pull it right up and work on it. So I finally end up getting my homeboy, my club brother in the motorcycle club to tow my car from Choose. Like this is like 3 months later. I just got it towed about a month ago. Yep, about a month ago. Yep. He finally tows it home. I got the transmission put in. Got the torque converter, new torque converter. yeah, once he got it towed home, once I got it towed home, that's what I did so far. But in 5 years, this car I haven't heard it run. My dad hasn't heard it run. None of us have heard it run. But I know it can run. I think I just need a fuel pump. And I also set in grass, so there's some rust on my quarters and there's some rust on my rocker panels. But shout out to Impala SS parts. I'm gonna order some rocker panels. Oh, and I need driver side floor pans. I need driver side because you can touch the carpet from the bottom. So I need that. I'm gonna repaint it the same color. But before I take it to paint, I'm gonna wash it and probably have some like wax it real good, just so I can drive it. Like, who wouldn't want to drive this? I'm definitely driving this before I put some rims on it. I either want to go with Savini's or a Monty Forge or some Dub Duragios if I can find them. That's really it. The car has set for 5 years, so remember, the first startup is gonna be in 5 years, y'all. So that's why I'm really geeked about getting this project running. I'm not geeked about bolting it up. I mean, I'm geeked about putting music in it, taking the tents off, redoing it. I want to keep it kind of original. I don't want to cut it. Like, this car is worth a lot of money. It has $136,000 miles. Like, this is something I'm gonna keep forever because my dad had it, my uncle had it, and now I have it. Like, I'm not selling this car. I'm not giving it away. I definitely want a two-door box Chevy though. If I can find one of them, or a Monte Carlo 87 G body. That I'm gonna LS swap, but we're not LS swapping this. We're just gonna make this LT1 strong. We camming it. We're gonna put a stall converter. What else? That rear end, we're gonna make sure that's real tight. I might shorten it to a 9-inch Moser. But yeah, this car has set for 5 years, and I'm bringing it back before February. I'll be able to drive it on my 21st birthday. So stay tuned, comment, like, and subscribe, and share my video. Showing you all the dings and the dents. Definitely got some spots right here. Man, I think my club brother did this and never said nothing because he had to yank it up on the trailer. But I'm not tripping. I need new wheel for this right here. I don't know what that's called. Y'all can help me out and tell me what that's called. Brakes and rotors, calipers. Cause shit, bro. My dude said I can dry this shit off, but hell nah. Putting wildwood or power stop on here. Clean these up. You know. Change the little shit that's gonna make the car pop even more. I need an extreme detail.